right now, I essentially work two different jobs. The first one is here on campus in the College of Engineering, where I am a head proctor in the computer-based testing facility. And so essentially what I do, my work on a daily basis just consists of working with the students, working with the professors in order to make sure that their testing experience is well and goes on smoothly in a very fair environment. So make sure that cheating is not happening, make sure that if there are mistakes on the quiz or an exam, both sides are being heard and the professor is being accommodative of all that kind of stuff. So that's what I do here in the College of Engineering. However, I also work another job, and that is at the Mass Transit District. It's the transportation company here in town, and there I am the general clerk in the accounting department. However, I'm pretty much the intern for everybody. I like to say that my role there is to make sure that the average age in the demographics is a little bit lower, because I work with mostly 50, 40-year-old people, and I'm the youngest person in the company. Yeah, thus far I still am. Yeah. So essentially there, my work consists of just being hands-on and helping in different projects. I'm involved a lot in community events, planning those type of things, making the phone calls, making sure that we're getting food, making sure that we have to run to the store and get stuff. Bonsoir, bonjour, mon nom c'est Priska Lumbu. Je vis à Champaign-Urbana, en Illinois, ici aux États-Unis. Je suis en dernières années dans mes études en sciences alimentaires et chimie. Et quoi d'autre? Aînée d'une famille de 3. Je vis ici avec mes 2 parents et ma sœur et mon frère qui sont plus jeunes. The way I think of both countries is a little different just because of how evolved each are. So I think, for instance, here in the States, getting a steady career is much easier than trying to do that in the Congo. However, there is so much potential for emerging on your own back there. And so I want to be able to experience both. I see myself, beginning and setting up my career path here, and maybe later on taking it there, because I just see the potential for growth and just new things. En fait, c'était pas vraiment un choix personnel, mais c'était plutôt la décision que les parents avaient prise. C'est une histoire assez marrante parce que je me souviens, c'était juste avant mon 12e anniversaire. Non, pas 12 ans, 14 ans ou 13 ans, quelque chose comme ça. Mais c'était 2 semaines avant. Ils sortent là, et tu vois, on sentait qu'il y avait quelque chose qui se passait dans la famille, il y avait quelque chose de grand qui arrivait, mais we weren't really sure. So 2 days before my birthday, however, they came and told us, "Happy birthday, by the way, we're moving to the States." So it was something really different. C'était assez choquant, et imaginez-vous, je venais de terminer la 2e secondaire, je passais en 3e, j'étais à Kabambar, alors voilà un peu cet excitement-là. Okay, I'm about to be a grown-up, about to make all these life choices, and you're expecting me to do all that somewhere else. So that was a little bit of shocking. Bon, déjà, I have a very small family. So growing up there, it wasn't like, okay, you had family around all the time. So that is one thing that I feel like I missed out on growing up here by myself. It was a lot of just me figuring things out. I didn't have, cousins per se that okay, on va chez les cousins, c'est Noël chez oncle tel ou tante. So that is one thing that I really miss. But overall, it's been a really good learning experience. It has really expanded my mind, being able to empathize and understand like two different sides of the spectrum. So. Mon expérience à moi, je dirais, est un peu assez différente des gens qui viennent ici un peu plus âgés. Je suis arrivée ici à l'âge de 14 ans, so I still had that, childhood mindset. I still had, okay, it's just happening to me. It wasn't a choice that I made. So with that said, je pense que quand j'étais arrivée, déjà, la vie dans laquelle on vit, elle est complètement différente de Kinshasa. So it was one thing. I feel like it's a luxury being able to just wake up and I need to be somewhere in 5 minutes. I'm going to get in the car and just get there in 5 minutes. Les choses des embouteillages, là, on n'en connaît pas trop ici à Champagne. So thank God for that.
It's so smooth as a town.
It is. It's not a small town per se. It's just that things it's not as spread out. So everything is in close proximity, so it's pretty nice. And with that, growing up here, I think the biggest challenge was just being able to find that spot where you fit in. Vous voyez un peu, on t'éduque à la maison avec une certaine façon de voir les choses, une certaine perspective, et quand tu arrives à l'école, c'est quelque chose d'autre. Et même l'éducation chrétienne ici, elle est vraiment prise d'une autre façon. Alors, it was just about finding the good center, une bonne balance entre les trois. That has been my biggest challenge. And now that I am going into my professional life, I also realize how different it is, or how different it was for my parents than it is for me, or even comparing me versus my friends that are still back home. I'm going to be finishing my degree very, very young, when I still have friends that are, just beginning to figuring all that things out back home. So, c'est un peu, quand tu arrives ici, c'est question de réaliser c'est quoi vraiment votre objectif et essayer de rester dans ce chemin-là, essayer de voir, ok, quels sont les pas que je peux prendre aujourd'hui pour atteindre ce big goal, ce big dream que vous avez. So that has been the challenge, at least for me. Last semester. Okay. Starting my senior year was a huge shock for me, because it really is a crossroad, at least here. It's not where back home, selon l'expérience de certains amis, c'est que dans ta dernière année de, c'est ce qu'on appelle licence, je pense.
Licence.
Oui, dans ta dernière année de licence, c'est quand tu vas
master.
C'est licence, je pense.
Yeah, bachelor, licence.
Yeah, licence. Dans ta dernière année de licence, c'est quand vous cherchez à trouver un stage et tout ça. Mais ici, à la fin de ton parcours, c'est un boulot. C'est la vraie vie que tu dois affronter. C'est chercher à déménager, peut-être aller ailleurs. Alors ça a vraiment été un challenge. Essayer de combiner cet aspect-là de ce qui arrive dans the very near future, et aussi continuer à être une bonne élève, because I know how to do school. I am so good at school. I'm not even bragging, but God has blessed me that school comes so much easier for me. However, la dernière année de mon programme aussi a été set up d'une façon où on te sort vraiment de ton comfort zone. Dans la plupart de mes classes, j'étais obligée d'être soit leader ou bien de collaborer constamment avec certains de mes collègues, et c'est un peu de travailler avec les personnalités d'autres gens que tu ne connais pas assez, mais qui sont dans le même bateau que toi et qui vivent ce même stress-là. C'était juste une expérience inattendue et un peu stressful, for sure. Culture shock, the way I would describe it, is not only being taken by surprise of what you see, but it's also seeing other people's reactions to how you lead your life, and also being able to see from other people's perspective. For instance, ce qui nous amusait vraiment beaucoup au début, c'était People of Walmart. That's what we call it. There is an actual show called People of Walmart. So vous allez à Walmart, l'un des supermarchés ici, et vous voyez du tout en fait. Surtout pendant l'été, vous voyez du tout. So that is the definition of culture shock. It's the place, for instance, like Walmart, where you get a show on what not to wear, qu'est-ce qu'il ne faut pas faire en public, comment élever vos enfants, quel genre de conversation vous pouvez avoir en public, et juste comment exister dans une communauté, sachant qu'il y a d'autres personnes qui vous observent aussi. So that is how I would really talk about culture shock. Oui, le choix de culture dans laquelle élever les enfants, c'est, I guess because of age, something that I've been thinking about a lot more too. Et je ne vois pas, en tout cas, les gens sont facilement influencés ici. Au Congo, à Kinshasa, c'était plus facile de garder vos enfants, garder un certain environnement, avoir un certain contrôle sur les choses auxquelles ils ont accès, ou bien les personnes qui ont accès à eux aussi au même moment. Et c'est quelque chose d'assez difficile ici. Moi, je suis arrivée ici à l'âge de 14 ans et ma jeune sœur n'avait que 9 ans quand on était arrivée. So, me growing up, coming here at the age that I came, I knew way more than she did. And so, her being in high school now, it's a totally different challenge for my parents. So, c'est question.
Ils doivent recommencer.
It's really a learning process. Oh, donc l'enfant, elle est autorisée de donner son opinion, de pouvoir s'exprimer dans ce sens-là si elle est mécontente sur quelque chose. C'est vraiment ouvert, vous avez cette opportunité de dialoguer, alors que peut-être pour nous autres ici, c'était papa a dit, maman a dit. Et ça s'arrêtait là. So, c'est question de savoir un peu comment vous voyez. Bon, ça dépend des parents dans le sens où ils voient how much work they want to put into it. Because raising kids here in the States is a lot of work. We see so many cases. Je travaille dans un environnement où je deal avec les enfants des gens à tout moment. Well, they're not children, they're like young adults. But man, you can tell a lot by the way a lot of people act here. It's because of how they were raised. So, à mon avis, les enfants, on les amène ici peut-être vers l'âge de 16 ans, dépendant aussi de la maturité de votre enfant. So if you have younger kids, yeah, they can come here and do preschool. Then you send them back école primaire au Congo. Les Samba spécifiquement, c'est ce que moi j'ai fait. Finishing my, bachelor's degree very, very soon. And so it's just one of those crossroads where it's like, okay, you got through this step, so what's next? I am very confident that with the skills that I've earned and the experience that I've had through school, I can go ahead and start a career path. I'm looking at things like flavor chemistry, for instance, because I study food and I am in love with food totally, and chemistry just fascinates me. So that is one path that I think I'm going to take in the nearest future. But however, 5 years, 10 years down the road, I see myself possibly maybe, expanding a little bit. So most likely back home, that's the hope, but we'll see.
Okay.
I live on my own now. It's been almost 2 years. No, it has been 2 years since I moved out on my own with a roommate on campus. So it's been challenging, but I've always been such a responsible person that I knew that, okay, once I made that commitment, I would have to, show up and just meet up to whatever I had set out to do. So it has been, at least lately, a lot of just like, okay, you are doing great, but you have to think about the next step. So being proactive in the future, when really right now life has been very steady. I am blessed that I don't have to struggle too hard for the things that I need in the immediate. So. À part l'école et le boulot, je suis, comme j'avais dit avant, je suis passionnée de la bouffe. Alors, à chaque occasion que j'ai de faire quelque chose à manger pour des gens, je la prends et je cours, je fais quelque chose d'assez spécial. C'est une passion. And à part ça, j'aime beaucoup le fitness. So I've been trying to get back in the gym, trying to see how I can, meet certain goals with my own health and just increase my strength in that sense. And I am also highly, highly involved with my church. So I do everything from singing and translation, and je joue l'interprète pour plusieurs personnes. I also volunteer sometimes. L'occasion la plus récente de mes volunteering activities, c'était à DC. J'étais à Washington, DC, à ce qu'on appelle le Prayer Breakfast, et je servais d'interprète pour les internationaux. C'est en fait une réunion de politiciens, les leaders des pays du monde entier qui viennent ici aux États-Unis pour participer à une matinée de prière. So, I was humbled enough to come and serve as one of the interpreters for a lot of the French-speaking people. And funny enough, I met like 3 Congolese politicians there. So that was an interesting little thing that I did. Besides working and going to school, I like to give back my time to people that have supported me, to people who are still there and they're praying for me, rooting for me. So that's the other side of me. I don't want to say I haven't done anything that great yet, but everything pales to what I'm about to accomplish. I feel very blessed that I've been able to go through school in the conditions that I've been able to do it in. I'm going to be graduating debt-free. Praise Jesus for that. But ouais, jusque-là, je pense que tout est encore à anticiper. Everything is still in the future. So, yeah. I really don't want to say that I don't want to get married, because I really do. I see myself raising a family, being that support, being that pillar, because that's what I think a wife and a mom is. However, I just don't think that's what's in the cards in the next 4 or 5 years for me. I feel like I can push myself and be more accomplished as an individual before I can be able to pour into somebody else. I'm not filled enough to pour. So I'm not looking to get married anytime soon. They are aware, and I've been allowed to date. So my parents are aware. We are still navigating through it all, trying to figure out the right middle good spot for our family, since I grew up in a different culture than they did. So dating is not a taboo subject in my family. On en parle. I'm not gonna say no, I've never dated. I'm not gonna say yes, I'm in a relationship right now. But it's just one of those things that I'm not so worried about accomplishing just yet. Ma vie, en tout cas pour le moment, c'est question de trouver la chose pour laquelle j'ai passé tout ce temps à étudier, trouver cette chose pour laquelle je peux continuer à m'investir et même pouvoir avoir mon nom sur quelque chose. Voir un peu, pas seulement, ok, madame telle. Je pense que c'est bien beau, mais avoir ce sens de pride, ce sens de entitlement, if I can use that word, entitlement, that j'ai pu accomplir ceci, cela pour moi-même, pour mes parents. Donc, that is the focus right now. À mon avis, la femme de 2019 doit savoir sa place. Savoir sa place, pour certains veut dire une chose et pour d'autres c'est différent. Mais je pense savoir not only how to dance the dance, but also know your own moves when you're bringing it to that specific dance. So if you're able to balance who you are as a person, who you are in relations to the people around you, you are going to be much better off than the way most women grew up or were, able to s'épanouir. I don't think that's the truth. I really don't think so. C'est un grand adjustment, first of all. It is such a culture shock. It is losing a lot of people in your life, because I haven't really spoken on that, but si on comparait mon entourage à l'entourage d'une femme de mon âge au pays, ou bien qui a évolué dans le même milieu pendant toute sa vie, c'est complètement différent. Donc, c'est savoir que sur le plan social,
emotional.
Yeah, emotional, you have to be strong, parce que ça sera différent. Pas seulement, peut-être que tu vas te dire que non, si je trouve une communauté de Congolais, ça ira mieux. It's not the same. Yeah, it's not the same. So you have to be mentally ready and also set real goals and actual physical steps that you would need to take to get to those goals. C'est pas seulement, oh non, je compte acheter ceci dans autant de temps. C'est se dire, ok, I need to save autant d'argent pour arriver à autant, I don't know what the amount could be pendant une certaine période. So I really believe in setting deadlines. So if you have goals, set a deadline on it. I told myself I was going to get through high school in 3 years. That's what we did. We are getting through college in 4 years, and that's exactly what we're doing too. So set a deadline and be realistic about your goals. Pourquoi tu viens